on first down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Mike's 56. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Back. That's not
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day, every day. 14. 54, right?
To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 51. Right here, guys. Go. Mike 51. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. I got you, son.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Luck. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. I got you.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Seahawks, nothing.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 15, check 15.
This is Carson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 52. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They run it with Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot. Hey, 0. 14.
Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Now it's Carson.
Let's go.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll come out in the pistol. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Monday. 11.
Throwing is Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 12. Check. Watch 54. Reggie. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
A shotgun snap for Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 51. Here we go. Right here, guys. One left.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball in, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Check out. I'm coming. Check 9. Go ahead. Hey, check.
Out of the gun, Locke. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, wahoo! You got nothing. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Know your job. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch that. 11B.
On first down, it's Long. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, I 7. So we got man. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the run. 11. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Strong right. 54. Watch 54. I'm coming.
The final shot before the break. Lock. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Got some room at the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A gain there of 30 big ones. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and if anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch.
They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check out. 290.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try the air now with Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You remember me? You remember me?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's get this. Hey, switch gears.
From the 27, Wilson escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
6 man. Check curls. Check. Go down. 4 down. 4 down.
On 1st down, Carson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson flushed to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Push him back. Hey, Delta. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check.
From the gun, here's Love. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, box drop.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck is going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now again, right side. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Third down and 11.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wilson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson, he's got the 1st down here inside the 30. There he goes left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check out. All right, baby. Let's go, Mexico. 65.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Returnable for Lockett. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Army.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Off.
From the gun, Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Shoot. Say. Check. Left pass. Check. Crunch. Deuce. Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Wilson on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They begin the drive with Johnson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Locke. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season.
Watch the screen. 12. Watch the screen. Switch. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
He's back to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 27 yards there. A 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mike 51. Get the ball. Check. 51. Mike 51.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the number 1 spot.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Detroit, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not